Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad. On this broadcast, we're going to take a look at your upcoming weekend, but we're also going to take a sneak preview of the middle of next week and then that following weekend, which is the weekend before Christmas. And of course, we're all dreaming for that white Christmas, and we need two ingredients really in place in order to get that white Christmas right here in the Midwest. We need the cold air in place, not coming in, but we need the cold air in place for that really heavy snowfall. And then, of course, we need precipitation to come in with it. Now, I'm going to show you what the models are currently showing, but keep in mind we're still a long ways out, and a lot, of course, could change. But first, let's take a look at the upcoming weekend, starting with you on Thursday. Notice very cold temperatures across a good portion of the country. Normal high temperatures right here in the Ohio Valley, high temperatures in the mid-40s with low temperature normals in the upper 20s. And you can see that temperatures are going to be below normal across a good portion of the country. Yellow reflects normal temperatures, and notice even though that cool air worked its way down all the way into the Gulf Coast into Texas as well as down in Florida. Now on Friday, we're going to start seeing this air mass modify just a little bit. Not that quick though, still going to be somewhat below normal here on Friday across most of the Midwest, but notice a little bit of a warm up now in Texas. That's on your Friday. Now come Saturday, notice how it's starting to nose a little bit more towards the east and northeast, and that's in response to that L there. This L is going to be really developing over the weekend, giving quite a bit of precipitation. But notice what happens here on the temperatures. They start really kind of warming up as they work its way on into the upcoming weekend, and that's going to cause the precipitation to fall in the form of a liquid form, with the exception of the Great Lakes and points a little bit further towards the north. Jumping now to next Wednesday, we're starting to see again another system developing there in the central U.S. This could bring a little bit of snow for the Midwest, as temperatures you can see here are going to be a little bit again below normal. Now that's for next Wednesday. Now let's jump to next Saturday, not this Saturday, but a week from Saturday, and that's going to be the weekend before Christmas. This is December 22nd. Notice lots of cold air in place. So one of the ingredients for a white Christmas for the Midwest will be there. Now let's check out the precipitation. Starting on your Thursday, what's going on? Not much across the continental United States. We have the lake effect machine up in place here in the Great Lakes. California, you're getting some rain there. We need it in Southern California, but central and points up towards the north and up into the Pacific Northwest will be getting some rain. Now here on Friday, you're not going to see it too much. That system kind of weakens a little bit, but this energy is going to start working its way into the central U.S. Now the lake effect machine will start dying down on your Friday. By Saturday, look what happens. It really gets itself organized, but once again, we notice the warmer air working its way in. So most, if not all of this, will be in the liquid form. There will be snow in the northern fringes of that. So those of you up in the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, looks like you're going to have a nice little system for you there. California, you're getting another shot of some pretty good air there as well. Here on our Sunday, notice what happens. That precipitation really expands, so it's going to be a fairly wet day across most of the Midwest, stretching down towards the Gulf Coast. But as this system moves up in this direction, the cold air will funnel in behind it. But ahead of this, again, most of this is going to be in the liquid form. Looks like pretty good snow there for you in the Rockies. Now let's jump right to next Wednesday. Notice what happens. Not much going on. We have a system there in the central U.S. Remember, the cold air is in place, and that's going to scoot across in this area. So by next Thursday, Friday, and here in the Midwest, we'll be looking at snow. Wednesday, certainly some snow in the central plains from that standpoint. Now, that's next Wednesday. Let's jump to December 22nd. That's the Saturday before Christmas. Notice what happens. Not much really going on at this point. That system we saw in the central U.S. will race towards the east. That's what this mess out in the Atlantic is all about. But I also expanded the map a little bit because I wanted to show you that little spot there. That's a bit of energy. And right now it looks like it wants to dive down towards the southeast. Remember, the cold air is in place. We can get some energy in here. We could be looking at a little bit of a snowfall there for us here in the Midwest, and that may equal a white Christmas. Again, still a long ways out. We'll keep an eye on it. But before that happens, watch out for this weekend. Lots of moisture moving its way into the Midwest. I'm George, the Weather Dad.